The Children's Act is one of the fine and beautiful law that talks about the rights and responsibility of children, and me advocating at this crucial point to make sure that the Children's Act is being passed was something very, very exciting.
Children in Liberia really didn't have a specific, comprehensive law that protect them. So if anything happened to a child, we kind of had to dig in other laws and see how we can make the law work for children. So we needed something comprehensive that protect children because they were getting abused physically, emotionally, sexually. They're traumatized, and there were just not a lot of avenues and opportunities for them to really develop.
I felt that without a legal framework, we were just, doing stuff for the sake of doing something. But if you do have laws that back action and laws that call for action in certain cases, the whole responsibility of community to the upbringing and rearing of children, so it's something that gives a legal backing for what we will do as we implement.
In 2010, it was stuck at the House of Senate. It had been in the House of Senate for probably 2 years or so, and the momentum and the push had died down. I think a lot of people were at that point like, let's put that issue down and worry about something else.
It was on the table. The senators had already predetermined they were going to leave it there because according to them, we were bringing in Western ideas. They didn't want anyone to upset our culture of, adults being in charge and children following, and children should obey what the adults say. The whole issue of non-participation on the behalf of children was, the order of the day. Aisha and I met informally after one of the Child Protection Network meetings. She had just come back from the States, and she introduced herself as working with Hope. And it wasn't long after that we went for the Agali training.
During the training, we looked at it and we both were really focused on adolescent girls' issues. I was focused on the empowerment of girls, them having a voice and being able to play a leadership role. And she was focused mostly on health issues.
We decided while we were in Alexandria, when we had the group work, to do a draft, exercise on doing a proposal writing. And while going through it, I said, you know what? I think one of the areas of the policies that we brought with us that's doable is, advocating for the passage of the Children's Act.
Part of the act protects girls from early marriage. They protect girls from, in a very general statement, any traditional or cultural practices that could harm them physically, emotionally, socially. It gives them the right to education, so no one can pull them out of school for any reasons. It protects them from armed conflict. And so we really wanted this law to be passed because not only would it protect children, but it would create an environment where the government and policymakers will have to see what they can do to create that environment.
In Liberia, we have this thing called the Sunday and Poro Society where they take you there, they do some cutting and stuff like that. And the children's law is actually saying that we should not do it. I have the right to decide if I want to do it. I should say, yes, I agree, I accept it. So if my parents will be forcing me that at age 12, at age 13, I should go in the bush, I know nothing about it. I don't know what harm it's going to cause me. But the children's law actually specifies that as a girl, I think it's not right that you do things to me that I don't want.
The Children's Parliaments were one of the first groups that we trained. Their leadership is in Monrovia. And then in the 14 counties, we had children's assemblies. And we sent letters out that we wanted 2 boys, 2 girls, and then we wanted another additional 2 girls who were from either a health club, a girls club, or anything to be a part of the training we were going to host in their county.
We noticed that since the NGOs have tried in the field, I think it was the time for the children of Liberia to take the stand. So we keep together and started we will do this. We will meet every senator at this time. We will visit their sessions. We will talk to them. Even if it calls us waiting for them at their car outside, we'll wait for them.
Then we say, okay, let's have your presence at the Capitol every day, you know. And so the kids decided we're going to go every session day. And so that's what they did. Every Tuesday and Thursday, at least 6 of them were there, you know, until this bill was passed.
I think it was challenging because this is a country where you have boys in the front and girls in the back. So to stand up as a girl, see it as a need that maybe I should take the step forward, say my friends are shy. I think it was challenging because like being the only girl among the boys, making headways and trying to give the other girls the opportunity to see it like, if I can move forward, you too can move forward.
Because it was girl-centered issue, the girls kind of owned the process. They spoke up more. A lot of them were able to relate and talk about their own stories or the stories from their friends. So it made them very passionate about like this thing that we are working on is about my life. And so they took it. Of course, the boys were active and they're involved, but I think the girls, from the standpoint that we took, the girls took this children's law as, if this law can be passed, my life will be changed.